This is the home page of our Salesforce. As you can see, we have different tabs in here: WTMI contact, WTMI group activities, dashboards, reports, WTMI involvement, and we have like health information, finance, team member and workers, etc. So in the first part of the video, I'll show you how we enter the data into the Salesforce. Let's say we made a new client during our outreach, or the new client came to our office for inquiry about the vocational training that we'll provide at the center and outside center. So the first stage will be, we'll take their profile on a piece of paper. After that, we enter the data into the Salesforce. So how we gonna enter new profile into this Salesforce? If you look at here on the top corner, it says WTMI contacts. Click WTMI contacts. So if you look at here, it says recently viewed profile of the client. If you click here, as you know, we have over 1700 profile into the Salesforce. So how to create new profile? Click new. As you can see, this is the interface of the new client profile entry. The first one is photo. If they are okay taking a picture, then we take the picture of the client and we put it here. And the next one is gender of the client. If the client is male, female, LGBT or not specified, let's create a dummy profile. Let's say the client is a male. As you can see, the red asterisk sign here, and this means this section is mandatory. First name, let's say Dalla. If you click here, if you go up here, it says the record you are about to create looks like a duplicate. We need to check if the young person is new or the young person has already been in contact with us, and we already have his or her record into the Salesforce, but we don't know about it. So we need to double check those duplication. Let's say it doesn't have a middle name, the last name is Sam. Alias, what other name the young person is known in his or her community. Let's say here the young person known as Raz. Date of birth, just keep 1999. Let's say the young person was born in 1999, 1st of August. The most of the young person, they don't know their age, so we need to guess their age. Let's say now put 99. I'm not sure if he's telling the truth or not. Arrival in Kathmandu. When was the young person arriving? Let's say 8th of August 2018. A mobile number of the young person's guardian. If the young person has an elder brother or sister or parents, so we'll keep their number, or their close relatives. If they have the phone number and they're willing to share, we put it in this particular box. This person doesn't have the mobile number. Marital status of the young person, let's say he's single. Language, in Nepal we have different local dialect and languages that we speak in different part of the country, so it's important to have the language. Let's say the young person speaks Nepali and he also speaks Newari. Let's say he doesn't have a mobile number. Let's say he doesn't have an email address as well. How the client knew about WTMI? Like could be like from different medium. Say the person knows us from Facebook, social media, or during our outreach, referred by the community peers, referred by external organization. So I'm going to put it social media. Intake information and type. I want you to click this. In here, if you view all the dependency, ethics type, how risky situation is the young person at this particular moment? He or she could have been exploited or abused, experiencing poverty. And I'm also going to put like experiencing poverty in here. Homelessness type. There is a primary homelessness, secondary homelessness, tertiary homelessness. I'm going to put primary homelessness. Street living type. I'm going to put street living children. I'm going to set this. So living arrangement, living information. If you click here, Let's say he's living alone, living arrangement detail. If the person is living with the peers, we can write the names of the peers or the family the young person is living with in this particular box. Location of the birth, let's say Pokhara. And permanent address, let's say Pokhara, he's from Pokhara. Current address, Pasupati, Kathmandu. Pasupati. Previous address, where was he living before Pasupati? Let's say he was living in Pokhara before Pasupati. Current suburb of ward, previous suburb of ward, you could write if the young person can provide the information, we could put this information in here. Country of origin of the young person, let's say he's from Nepal. Extra information, was the consent provided by the young person? Let's say the consent was provided by the young person. Consent provided date, let's say 8th of August. Country code, let's say the young person is over 18 and he is interested in vocational training, then we can put it here. Even if the young person is not 18 yet and he can have an interest in particular vocational training, we can keep it here. If the young person is selected in the particular vocational training, we can take this off as well. He's interested in talent course and he has been selected in the talent course. If the young person has a citizenship card, you can put it here. Country code not necessary. This is information. If the young person is killed or have died, we put the information in here. We have a deceased date, cause of death, etc. in here. Let's say the young person is not dead, and for the sake of this particular profile entry. Contact collected by, it was collected by education team lead, let's say. Name of the employer, let's say Probaluita. Contact collected date, let's say 8th of August. Save. Now as you can see, the young person has his own profile in the Salesforce. His data has been entered, and yeah, all the basic information that we took from the client is already here, plus other extra information that the client will be involved in the future.